So what is water of crystallization? Water of crystallization is the number of water molecules that is present in a salt. Now, a salt that actually has presence of water molecules in it is called a hydrated salt. And a salt that do not actually have any water molecule in it is actually called an anhydrous salt. So how do you identify a salt that is hydrated? It is mostly crystalline in appearance. Yes, it's mostly crystalline in appearance, and that's how you identify it. So how do I identify the exact number of water molecules that is present in the salt? I can do that by carrying out calculations. And how do we go about the calculations? Now let's try it out. Now look at this question here. A 6.15 sample of hydrated MgSO4.XH2O, now the X representing the unknown water molecules, was heated. Now the mass of anhydrous MgSO4 left is 3.00 grams. Now find the water of crystallization present in the salt. Now giving these molar masses of magnesium, sulfur, oxygen, and hydrogen. Now what's the thing we are going to do here? The first thing we are going to do is first of all find the molar masses of the salt. Now let's start. If you actually carry out the molar mass of MgSO4, it is actually going to give you 24 plus 32 plus 16 times 4, and that gives you 120. And if you do for water, water is going to give you 18, because you have 1 times 2 plus 16, which gives you 18, giving their molar masses. Now we've gotten that. The next thing we are going to do is subtract the hydrated and the anhydrous to get the mass of water itself. Now the hydrated sample is 6.15, so you have 6.15 minus, now what is the anhydrous salt? The anhydrous salt is 3 grams. So you have this, and that gives you 3.15 grams of H2O. Now what's the next thing we are going to do here? The next thing we are going to do here is actually find the number of moles. And what's the formula for number of moles? Mass over molar mass. Now let's look at it. The mass of water here is 3.15, and the mass of anhydrous salt is actually 3. So how do we go about it? You will have your mass of water, which is 3.15, divided by the molar mass of water, which is 18, and you come over here and let's do for the salt, and you have 3 divided by 120, which is the molar mass of the MgSO4, 120. Now when this calculation is done, what do you have? You have 0.175, and for this one you have 0.025 mole. Now you've done this, what's the next thing? You now have what we call the mole ratio. Now how do we get the mole ratio? The mole ratio is you dividing it by the simplest or the smallest of both of them, and the smallest of these two is 0.025. So what do? You divide this by 0.025, you divide this by 0.025, and this would actually give you 7, and while this gives you 1. That means the number of water is this. The number of water molecules is this. Hence, I can write my hydrated substance as MgSO4.7H2. This is how to carry out calculations on water of crystallizations. Thank you very much. See you in my next video.